To more miles, to more style, and more spreading the wealth of health throughout the most thorough borough, the BX.
2016 New York City Marathon, first marathon, a wild ride of emotions, the nerves and the anxiety that you have just waiting for you to get to the start line to race. And then once you're finally started, you're kind of cruising through, all the boroughs of New York City, and you got God knows how many people out there cheering for you. And yeah, this one is probably the most important medal I've got. Before I got into running, I would just go to the gym, lift my weights, do a little bit of treadmill work, go home. A friend of mine had sent me a text inviting me out to kind of this outdoor group run in Central Park. I considered it. I'm like, let me just sign up for it and see what happens. And so signed up, I went out there and I ran in Central Park with like 200 other people. And it was just like this beautiful, amazing thing. But I had never experienced something where this massive group of people were coming together to kind of just, knock out a couple of miles. And it was like this new kind of adventure or challenge that I had never experienced before. I got the runner's high, right? Like so many people do when they first start running, they're like, man, I gotta do this again. Bless yourself. I just kept on doing it. And I focused so much on running that I started becoming one of these people, waking up at 5:30 in the morning to go run a 10-mile run. The Bronx has the most green space out of all the other boroughs in New York City. We have the largest park in New York City, which is the Pelham Bay Park. We also have beautiful Van Cortlandt Park. You've got your cracked concrete to dirt in the trails, where there's lush greenery and rivers and really just beautiful places to see. There were several things that I noticed. One was like, I was kind of the only person out there running. And then the second thing that I noticed was like people looked at me like it was the weirdest thing that they had ever seen in their life, right? Like, why is this kid running? That is what kind of struck up and led me to kind of look into the overall health statistics of the Bronx, which is when I found out that the Bronx had been ranking as the most unhealthy county in the state of New York. And the state of New York has 62 counties, and the Bronx ranks dead last. Really high levels of obesity, stroke, heart disease, diabetes, mental health illnesses. The list can go on and on and on. And I started thinking about the other boroughs, right? I would look at Manhattan, you look at Brooklyn, you look at Queens, there are runners everywhere out there. And I'm like, man, I gotta do something for this place. Like, this is home. I can't let this place struggle like this. And so I wanted to help change the health landscape of this borough the best way that I know how. And that's through this amazing sport that I had fallen head over heels for.
But yeah, this is really where it all started. Milestyle 8 years ago, right here in this little park here in the Bronx.
At the very beginning, it was a very small group of people, and then we would just run like a casual 3 miles around the area. You have like people cheering for us and clapping for us, people honking their horns. It's really just like supportive. It's kind of shocking. Like sometimes, man, there's people out here like really cheering for us. And everyone always asks us, they're like, are you guys running a marathon? We're like, nah, man, it's a chill 5K. Of course, losing some pounds and burning the calories is great, but really what I wanted to focus a lot more on was how do we help relieve stress and anxiety? Like, how do we help the mental health of people? Yeah, and it just stuck. I'm like, this is it. Like, I'm gonna call my group Mile Style. We're gonna run miles, we're gonna do it in style, man. Mile Style has been extremely fortunate over the past 8 years to help countless people go from sitting on their couch to crossing the finish line of a marathon. It's such a beautiful thing to witness when they're helping people, reach goals that they never thought possible.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight. We're going to keep it nice and short and sweet, nothing too crazy. Just want to thank all of y'all for being here this evening. Tonight marks 8 years that Milestyle has been running the streets of the BX, the most thorough borough. So for us to be here 8 years later means the world to me. I'm humbled, I'm thankful, sometimes I'm shocked. Very, very just happy in general that we all are here to help celebrate the 8th birthday of this random idea I had back in 2016. y'all. Thank y'all.
For us to be here 8 years later, for 80 or 90 people to show up and support us and run through the streets of the Bronx where we're ducking and dodging all the crazy traffic and running through the streets of the BX, stopping at like every half a mile to a mile and waiting for the entire route to kind of reconvene and gather up again. We're sharing for each other, running through the fire hydrants and just having a blast, right? Just like letting go of all the stresses and the anxieties of everyday life and just really enjoying and celebrating 8 years of running this amazing borough through this little run through in the Bronx called Milestyle. It's extremely humbling and it makes me happy, right? Like there are times where I really get emotional and I cry about it, but I'm trying. I see the people that this running thing affects, and I see like the impact it has on their lives. And yeah, I'm like, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep doing this. But also I have to keep going. So we keep going.
If you have a drink in your hand, let's just hold it up real quick. To more miles.
More miles.
To more style. More spreading the wealth of health throughout the most thorough borough, the BX.